Hello. Episode 2 of Mayfair Witches Season 2 begins with Gifford Mayfair on the phone with a family member. She is simultaneously reading the cards and receiving a foreboding reading. She hangs up after begging for space and warning the other person about the impending danger, but he ignores her. Meanwhile, Rowan cleans up before going to check on Lasher in the basement. She is concerned when she realizes he has left. Before she can grasp what is going on, Lark calls to inform her of his DNA results. Unfortunately, he encountered a problem while running the blood samples she sent him. He assumes her patient is not human and attempts to ask additional questions. Rowan cuts him off and instructs him to continue researching the DNA samples. As the night falls, Lasher finds himself in Gifford's place. Strangely, she welcomes him into her home since he seems familiar. They exchange a few words before beginning to kiss. Gifford soon falls asleep, and Lasher pulls milk from her refrigerator. He is surprised as she cries out for aid and appears to be in pain. He runs to embrace her, but she bleeds out and dies. Cortland, on the other hand, is still trapped in a nightmare following his transformation into stone. This time, he sees his father, who eats all of the food on the dining table while Cortland continues to serve him. Cortland listens as his father berates him for never being good enough. In the end, all of the food is gone, and Cortland is forced to cut up his left hand to feed his father. In the actual world, Rowan takes Jojo to Cortland's statue. She is astonished when Jojo asks her not to rescue their father and to find another means to discover Lasher's motivation. They learn about Gifford's death while talking. Rowan and Jojo make their way to Gifford's home. Upon discovering the discarded empty milk bottle in a corner, Rowan realizes Lasher is responsible for Gifford's death. She follows his smell and winds up deep in the woods. Lasher hides from her but pleads for her assistance. He won't show himself till she shuts her eyes. When she does, he says that he did not intend to kill the Mayfair women. He is drawn to their aroma, yet something occurs when he becomes physically intimate with her. Rowan tries to get him to accompany her. However, he sees right through her and refuses to live with her again. He accuses her of attempting to dominate her, and things become tense between them. Lasher pushes Rowan aside and begins running. She follows after him and attempts to kill him. Unfortunately, Lasher flees and hides. We saw him remove an insect from his arm and give it blood. Cyprian visits Arjuna the next day to pick up a trust fob. She tells him not to use it on Moira, but he says that they are running out of time. When the two start talking, Arjuna admits that she has been experiencing memory gaps. Cyprian explains that it must be Albrecht's work. He erased her memories, and there is no way to bring them back. He also admits that he does not trust Albrecht, only the objective at hand. In the meantime, Rowan returns home and continues to research his family history. Millie's ghost continues to blame her for allowing Lasher to live. Millie believes Rowan wants to keep Lasher alive so she can maintain her powers. Rowan, on the other hand, appears determined to track Lasher down and put an end to his Mayfair woman hunting binge. Meanwhile, Moira is still having trouble getting close to her mother. She meets up with a couple of childhood friends at the neighborhood tavern. Cyprian approaches her and allows her to read his thoughts in order to gain her trust. She senses he is still in love with Rowan. He asks why she wants to meet Lasher, and Moira explains that she wants to read Lasher's mind and discover why Tessa. As night falls, Rowan begins conjuring a storm to make it difficult for Lasher to detect the scent of the Mayfair women. Lark unexpectedly interrupts her ritual. She does not invite him in but agrees to escort him to his hotel while they discuss the DNA analysis. When Lark attempts to ask additional questions, Rowan pulls him away and refuses to open up. She seemed to be simply adjusting to her new family and role in life. Lark's curiosity builds as Rowan becomes more elusive. Lark says that he discovered 4 new chromosomes, and Rowan asks him to continue doing experiments. Simultaneously, Lasher pays Alicia a visit, and she begins flirting with him and recalling times when Lasher visited Deidre at their home. The two begin to have an intimate relationship, and she also dies. Moira returns home to discover her mother bleeding out on the sofa. She contacts Cyprian and asks him to come. News of Alicia's death spreads quickly. Jojo calls Rowan, interrupting her meeting with Lark. Jojo admits that he believes Lasher is killing the Mayfair ladies, and Rowan agrees. Jojo also tells Rowan that Cyprian is at Alicia's place. The scenario shifts to Cyprian using his abilities to discover what happened to Alicia. He immediately notices Lasher watching Alicia bleed to death. Thank you for watching.